we're back. All-Star Thanksgiving Extravaganza continues. We've got 30 talented chefs on hand. In our last half hour, we got it started. The first 10 tips. Next 10 are up. So we will dive right in. We've got Missy Robbins. Okay, garbage bag and cooler. Explain, what is this tip?
Garbage bag cooler for brining your turkey. So brining keeps it moist. It gives it awesome flavor, their herbs, their spices, their salt, their sugar. But we all have really small refrigerators, and there's so much food on Thanksgiving. So I do it in a garbage bag, in a cooler. If you have a garage, put it in the garage. If you don't, use ice in the cooler, and you're good to go.
I love that idea. Alex Bornicelli, what's your tip?
Well, a quick truss on a turkey. We don't really want to deal with the string too much. Just wrap it around the back, come around the front, tie, and it literally comes together in a few seconds, and it's nice and beautiful, but you've still got that wing exposed, because my dad and I, we fight over the wings.
Yeah. Okay, no fights at Thanksgiving.
I get all the hard names to pronounce. Ed Brown is here. Ed, what's your tip on stuffing?
So my tip is dry the bread. If you dry the bread, when you make the stuffing, it'll end up being fluffy instead of soggy. Also, I like to use a combination of rye and pumpernickel. Get a little bit of heartier, big flavors. Also, cut all your vegetables the day or two before. Get all that work out of the way so you're ready to be eating on Thanksgiving, not so much cooking.
So stale bread, fluffy stuffing. That works well, okay. Look who's here. Curtis Stone is here. How do you stuff a bird?
So what you do is, now that you've made the beautiful stuffing, I put a little gravy on mine actually, because that's going to help keep it nice and moist. And then in terms of stuffing the turkey, you're literally going to pick it up and just stuff the whole cavity like that. If you've got a little left over, which sometimes happens, and make sure you stuff it the day of, not the day before. You take that stuffing and get like a little cupcake mold or muffin,
like that.
And then you get these little sort of beautiful cupcakes of stuffing.
Thank you very much, Curtis. I've got Brian Voltaggio. You have an essential tool that you need for the perfectly cooked bird.
The biggest question we always get is, how do you tell that the turkey is ready? And so if you invest a little bit of money into one of these instant read thermometers with a probe, you just insert that down into the thigh and the leg, and then you set it to poultry. And then you forget about it.
Boom.
You don't have to worry about it. And then actually you could get one of these, nifty little things here. You could go about your day working on your other dishes, your side dishes, and this will go off and let you know when the turkey is ready.
Genius, like being at a restaurant and getting a table.
Right, you get a text and it's done.
All right, I've got Ryan Hardy. You say a rested turkey's a happy one?
Exactly. I got to tell you, mine's a little more low tech, but if you want to have moist turkey on the holiday, everybody asks me that, give it a break. Let it rest. Take a little timer. Costs a little bit less. Yeah. Let it sit for an hour. When you take it out of the oven, you're going to have the moistest bird ever.
All right, come over here with me. I got Seamus Mullen in the house making the perfect gravy.
Yeah, so obviously turkey gets a little dry sometimes, and gravy makes it nice and moist. So what I like to do instead of having boring gravy is I saute some apples, add my gravy to it, add some star anise or some clove and cinnamon, get mulling spices.
Cinnamon, yeah.
Really nice, and then you strain that off and you get a really nice, beautiful, singy gravy to go along with it.
How about Seamus Mullen, huh?
Yeah, all right.
All righty.
All right, now we're moving over to my pal Brian Lewis. And Brian, you like a little spice mix on the outside.
Absolutely. I like to take cinnamon as well. Cinnamon, sage, a little bit of orange peel, black pepper, some thyme. Make it a little sachet with cheesecloth inside the bird first. Let it cook, as you do. And then take the same spice mix, add to some seasoning salt, some Maldon salt or a nice coarse salt, for over the top of the turkey. Just really lifts that flavor up.
Love it. All right. Everybody gets a little anxious about carving the bird, Bobby.
You know, Al, every family has that uncle that grabs the carving knife at every Thanksgiving.
And he's got a knife, so there's nothing you can do.
But here's what I like to do. I like to take the entire breast, both sides of the breast off in whole, and then slice it into thick slices, and then put it back together in the same shape, and then put it right onto the platter like this, and it stays nice and moist. And then you take the dark meat, the thighs, the legs, and put those out whole.
Fantastic. And Alejandra Ramos, you've got a great way to reheat those leftover turkey pieces.
Don't even think about using the microwave.
No.
Don't stick it back in the oven. That's going to dry it out. Do about half cup broth, half cup gravy. Just put your slices right in there in a skillet. Warm it up, makes it nice and moist. Amazing.
Spectacular, guys. Thank you. Matt.
Really well done, everybody. Thank you. 20 down.
10 to go.
10 to go.
Quick back of the envelope math there.
I know. And remember, you can find this advice at today.com/food.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.